Okay, guys, what's up? I'm back with another video here to do a review of Zack Snyder's release Justice League movie. Now, after fans have been whining and complaining about his version of the movie being released, it was finally released on HBO Max a couple of days ago. And going into this, I wasn't really, I did not have high hopes for it because all of his work is not that great, to be honest with you. And speaking from experience, I mean, after Dawn of Justice, that's where it was pretty much over for me. But there's only a certain amount of movies that I watched for 3 hours, and when I heard this movie was 4 hours, I was just like, oh God. Okay, but I did take some notes on this movie, and I watched at 4 o'clock. Took me to 8 to finish it, and to the people that's saying, oh, I'm gonna watch it again or whatever, y'all crazy as hell, because I ain't got time for that. It's exhausting. I caught myself trying to wake up in the middle of it. I had to pause it a couple times so I could wake up, just so I could really focus on what's going on. But okay, I did take some notes on this, so I'm gonna just run straight through this. But of course, we all know that Joss Whedon took over Zack Snyder's the theoretical cut, and that one got some backlash. And to me, before I go on to what I'm about to say, both of these, the theoretical and Zack Snyder's, it still feels like, well, I'll save what I'm about to say maybe towards the end. But okay, but jumping straight into this, okay, all right. I look at Batman the same way I look at Spider-Man. They operate better alone. However, when there is a threat that involves the human mankind, it's best for them to work as a group. That's why it's so hard for me to believe Bruce Wayne was the one going around recruiting people for the Justice League. In my opinion, it should have been Martian Manhunter, like the TV series, because Bruce isn't really the type that would do something like that. He's a lone wolf, kind of like Wolverine, and he kind of operates better alone. Even though if he does fight in a group sometimes, it still seems weird to me that they would make him be like the Nick Fury of the Justice League, just going around recruiting people to save the universe. Okay, the visual effects look a lot in this movie. What I like better in this one than the other one, than the theoretical. Now that they had a lot more time, and they put a lot of time and effort into this. But the visual effects, and with all the reshoots, the visual effects definitely look a lot better, seeing how they put more time and effort into it. After everything that happened with Dawn of Justice, I still call bullshit on the fact that Bruce and Clark are best friends. I mean, he literally tried to kill the man, and all of a sudden he's sad when he dies and tries to keep a promise to him. It doesn't make any sense to me. They didn't even have time to build up to a proper, like, friendship or whatever. It was kind of like it was kind of like Tony and Steve. They weren't really best friends. They just kind of tolerated each other, and it just felt like they were trying to force a bond between two characters that wasn't really there in the first place. Um, okay, the humor remains the same. There wasn't really anything particular in this movie that made me laugh out loud. Some of it was just kind of corny to me. The chemistry between the cast is a lot better. However, it would have been better if the if all of these heroes were given individual movies before the Justice League movie. And I know some people are like, "Oh, well, you have to have time to build up to the characters. That's why it's 4 hours." Look, 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 look. For some people that might not know characters like Wonder Woman or Superman or Aquaman or Flash, it's better if you do those stories individually first and then put them and then do the movie, because not everyone reads the comics. Because not everyone reads the comics, and I mean, if these heroes were established beforehand, you wouldn't need a 4 hour long movie trying to establish the heroes and the villains all at once, because it feels like you're compensating just because you were too lazy to do the solo films, and you're just trying to rush all the stories into one film, and it doesn't feel natural, and it's not necessary. Um, and the villain Steppenwolf, he looks a lot more badass, and he is badass. He is actually one of the best parts of the movie, and I really enjoyed their take on Steppenwolf. I don't know ish about Steppenwolf at all, but excuse me, he was a really compelling villain. He looked badass, and he looked a lot better in this version than the theoretical cut. And he was just wrecking shit the whole time, which was awesome. The pacing is really off, mainly due to the fact that none of these heroes were given solo movies, well, except Superman and Wonder Woman. Um, but yeah, they were just, like I said, they were cluttering all their stories into one giant film, which is a huge problem for people that don't have that aren't patient or don't like movies over 2 hours. Um, let's see. For someone who isn't the biggest Zack Snyder fan, this film was better than I expected. It's not on Avengers Endgame level. For people that say it's better than Avengers Endgame, no, it's not. It's the first Avengers level. Because if you really think about it, I mean, Darkseid is a badass, but they never fought Darkseid. Darkseid since uh, the main baddie, well, the main villain that the heroes are facing works for the main baddie, who was sent to Earth to collect some cubes, or whatever. And also something that's similar is that a member of the team is evil and fights their teammates. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, it's the Avengers. Hawkeye, evil. Um, Hulk didn't turn evil, but he did fight Thor on the helicarrier, and also Loki goes to Earth for the Tesseract, and they're trying to get the Tesseract back from him, and he works for Thanos. It's basically just the same thing as the Avengers. Um, like I was saying, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Zack Snyder, um, this movie did have its moments, and Ray Fisher's Cyborg was the absolute highlight of this movie, and even the actor that plays the Flash, I can't think of his name at the moment, but he was given more to work with in this film, and I love how they improved on his relationship with his dad, and I'm still not a whole. Still think the Speed thing looks better in the CW show than in the movie, but whatever. Okay, as far as my ups and downs for this, yeah, okay, these are my ups and downs. I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah, I don't. Overall, I think this film was okay. It's not as good as everyone keeps saying it is. Will I watch it again? Hell no, I won't ever. It's way too long, which brings it down for me. And to be honest with you, if they would have built all this ahead of time, built all the superheroes stories ahead of time, and then came out with this movie, maybe I would have loved the movie better. And one problem I also have is the R rating. It wasn't really necessary. I felt like they just did it to make it edgier, but there was really no need for this movie to be rated R. But as far as the future of the DCEU, some people are saying this might save it, restore the Snyder universe. There is no Snyder universe because everything practically died at the dawn of justice. And on top of that, he never really had a plan aside from sequels to the first Justice League. And his plans sucked. Bruce impregnating Lois, and then Superman, and then Bruce dying, and then Lois, and Clark raising the baby as one of his own, and a whole bunch of other crap that he was planning to come up with. That's just really, really terrible idea. But yeah, so there is, as far as the future goes, like I said, there really is none, because the Warner Brothers pretty much gave up after Justice League, the theoretical one. They're pretty much rebooting the universe. Ben Affleck's not in it anymore. Henry Cavill's not in it anymore. I think he's actually planning to jump to Marvel. But I mean, yeah, that's what I think. My star rating for this, I'll give it 3 stars. I mean, it was okay. Will I watch it again? Probably not. This is probably one of Zack Snyder's best work, and that's it's really coming from me seeing how I'm not a big fan of his work. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.